Hey, this is Amy Elias. You guys probably don't know, but I was very sick many, many years ago with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. And I had gotten taken out of the gym that I was doing some pull downs and felt like my muscles were being ripped off of my ribs. And what happened was my body began to shake vigorously. The muscle enzymes broke down and my body went through this incredible destruction. And I had a nurse for 3 months and I couldn't really walk or really breathe all that much. And everything was really difficult and challenging. My children were very little. I actually wrote a will when I heard my little children playing on the front lawn. And I was like, oh my God, I could never get back out there and do what I do like I used to do. At the time also I was doing yoga and I was a yoga teacher and a yoga therapist, and my friends would be like on the beach doing handstands, things that I used to do. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how could I not be doing that? I remember one day I literally crawled out of my car and just sat there and was so sad that the life um, quality was not what it had once was. So one day, here's what happened. Even though I had an amazing diet and an amazing, what I perceived as emotional and mental place, I realized that my lifestyle and whether it was relationships that I was in wasn't really supporting my life, and it was hurting me, and I didn't really know how to put my finger on that. And this particular health healing crisis really enlightened me to what was happening. So we look at stress, and I call that dukkha. Dukkha is a word in Sanskrit that really means to struggle and things are difficult and hard. But sukha is where things become much easier and where you feel like you can find the peace and the ease through your life. So there I was, laying in my house on my bed with just laying in bed on my flat on my back. And one day I said to myself, you know what? I'm laying here. I'm just going to rise my arm up and breathe. And then I'm going to exhale, consciously being aware and exhale. It wasn't just like inhale, exhale. It was like, I know that I am lifting my arm up and I know that I'm going to lower my arm. Now, I've taught this a million times as a yoga teacher, way back. But for some reason, I wasn't connecting it deeply and truly for myself at this particular time, and I went back. So as soon as I began to do that, it took me a good, after 3 or 4 breaths, I really realized and felt very different. So that was my awakening moment of really what it was for myself and what it is that I teach. After 3 months, I was not even 3 months, probably 3 weeks, I was back into my life, teaching yoga, going back to the gym, seeing people that I hadn't seen for 3 months, and they were like, where were you? And I was like, I had a bit of a healing awareness in a crisis, so let me help you, let me tell you all about it. So from that point on, which was really a long time ago in the 1990s, I created my own business and practice by fusing my special ed, learning how children and people develop from an early age, because I was working with comorbidities, young children who were severely handicapped, and dealing with their parents and their families. And I began my career very early on at AHRC, and Helen Kaplan was the person who hired me, she created AHRC based on her own daughter who was diagnosed at the time called mentally retarded. So AHRC began to create a beautiful curriculum for parents and children, early intervention at the time. It was very early in my career. And from that point, I got very much into the adaptive physical education, which actually was complementing the yoga that I had learned through college in Buffalo. And I put it all together and created my business. And so now I work with helping families stay whole and finding out what enhances your life from your diet, your lifestyle, and your environment. The environmental factors are how you live, who are you living with, and how is that going? Is it supporting your life or suppressing your life? Is it helping your spirit soar or is it keeping you suppressed? How is your diet? Is it creating inflammation, an inflammatory process which affects in your mind and your body? And what is your diet? What is a steady diet of what are you surrounding yourself with? Whether it's what you're thinking, your thoughts, whether it's the actual food that you're intaking, supplements. So I like to look at everything as a 360 view. And that's how I help. It's not about just doing, taking a power drink or eating a healthy diet, or just a particular diet, like a protein drink, or going to the gym and doing a certain particular routine, or taking just a yoga class or Pilates. But it's how do you interweave all the great aspects that life offers us. We are in our own little petri dish that I like to look at. And in our petri dish, we can put in all the little things that we can take, and all the different aspects of our senses, all that we see and all that we don't see. So it's taken, it's through my years of really dedication towards my health and well-being for the past over 45 years, is to really interweave all the wisdoms that have come from tradition, heart-based traditions, and things that have stood the test of time. So I like to think of things that are basic, things that are universal, and things that are timeless. So please reach out to me for a 15-minute consultation strategy session, and let's see how I can weave the disparities into your life into a place of alignment. Because when we align ourselves, there's balance, and we feel better, and we feel most integrated, and we can enjoy our life. We can feel happy no matter what the circumstances may bring. No matter. You can still be a happy person. You can still find the joy in being who you are under all and every circumstance. You are not a victim. You are the creator, the creatrix of your life. Reach out to me.